Good evening, Jimmy, and good evening, Kiara. I hope you are great today. Today is October the 23rd. It's Thursday, October the 23rd. And we are going to start our session of It's Time to Talk for today. How are you doing, Kiara?
Good evening, teacher. I'm fine, thank you, teacher. How about you?
I'm quite well. I was a little tired because I had a lot of work today, but I feel quite well. What did you do today, Kiara? How was your
Today
day?
I've been doing some homeworks for another course I have, and I've been working on it all day afternoon actually, and I did something special.
What
What is
course
it?
are you taking? What other course are you taking apart from English?
It is about something related with programming, but that's another thing. That's not in the
Okay.
room.
Okay. Um, mm, but it's something related to electronics or engineering?
Yes, it's related with it.
Okay. Okay. Hey, Jimmy, how was your day?
I'm great, teacher.
Good evening, Jimmy. How was your day? What did you do today?
Okay, teacher. My day was great. And morning, I was in my work at school
Yes.
and saw the my students. In afternoon, I was working in the activity number 3 of the video or the short video psych and to prepare, practice, and organize the video and the text. And I'll say, and I'll show you, teacher.
Okay, but you sent an email where you wrote that you have already recorded your video. That's right?
Yes, teacher. Yes, I received your email. Uh,
Okay. Did you
uh,
upload the video on YouTube?
what?
Did you upload the video on YouTube?
No.
No.
At moment, no. I changed various parts, or I don't like it. I fix maybe errors or mistakes I committed in my speaking. The
Okay.
idea is to release an excellent video, an excellent assignment.
Okay, good. Good, Jimmy. You only work in the mornings, right?
Yes, teacher.
Okay. The afternoon you don't work, and at nights you don't work, right?
Yes.
Okay. Tomorrow, you have to work tomorrow at school?
Yes, teacher. Yes, I have.
Okay. Okay, I don't know, but I here in Ibagué, maybe, I don't know, some teachers are going to are not going to work tomorrow because they have some kind of meeting. I don't know if it's only here in Ibagué. Okay, let's greet Raul. Hello, Raul. I'm not going to ask you about how was your day because you there in Australia are on Friday. It's already Friday there, right?
Hi, how are you, teacher? How are you? Right, just today is Friday
Right.
at 11 a.m.
11 a.m. Okay, and are you working now?
Yes, working. Well, teacher, working.
How many
Well,
hours do you work a
uh,
day?
I work 8 hours from 7 a.m. To 30 half p.m. We have 30 minutes in the lunch.
Okay, you have 30 minutes in order to take your lunch, no more.
Okay, yes, yes, no more.
And do you usually take your lunch or do you eat, I don't know, outside?
My lunch, my wife, I cooking home.
Okay. Okay, your
And
wife cook or prepare the lunch at home and you take your lunch with you in the mornings, right?
yes, teacher.
Okay. How do you go to work, Raul, every day? How do you work to work? What transport
Activity?
media do you use?
Activity?
No, what transport
Uh,
media do you use? How do you go? By bus, by car, by train? I don't know.
By train. My train is very good. Is very quick,
Quickly,
quickly, and is it's good service in every in all country.
And how long does it take from your house to your work?
Time? Sorry, teacher.
How long? Time.
How long?
How long does it take from your house to your work?
From home, 40 minutes. 40 minutes.
40 minutes. Okay, it's fast. You don't spend too much time. Only 30 minutes. Okay, good, Raul. Now we have another student here, Carolina. Good evening, Carolina. How are you today?
Good evening, teacher. I am fine.
Okay, what did you do today? How was your day?
Today I am prepared food for my daughter, and I was in my work.
Okay. What is the name of your daughter? What is your daughter's name?
Her name is Ana Maria.
How old is she? Is Ana Maria? How old is Ana Maria?
She's 4 years old.
4 years old. Is she already studying?
Yes, she's kindergarten.
Okay. Does she study in the morning or in the afternoons or all day?
In the morning, she start 15 to 7 a.m.
Okay, 15 to 7. What time does she finish her study?
She finished 12 o'clock. 12.
12. Okay, 12. Okay, and what do you do for a living, Carolina?
For living?
Yes, what do you do for a living? Do you work?
Yes, I am a teacher.
What do you teach? What subject do you teach?
Spanish literature.
Spanish. Okay. Do you teach in primary or secondary?
Primary.
Okay. Where are you, Carolina? Let me know. Where are you?
I didn't understand.
Where do you live?
I live in Zapatoca.
Zapatoca, Cundinamarca?
No,
Santander.
Santander.
Santander. Okay. You live in Santander. Okay, Carolina. And the last but not the least, When we say the last but not the least, we are saying this is an expression, a typical expression in English, the last but not the least, which is Jorge Andres. Hello, Jorge Andres. How are you doing today?
Good evening, teacher. I'm fine, very good.
Okay, what did you do today, Jorge Andres? How was your day?
My day, I worked. I work every day,
You work all day, yes?
all day. I'm sorry, yes.
Okay, you work all day. Are you tired? Or a little, or no, you are not
Excuse
tired?
me.
Are you tired?
Tired. I don't understand what's the mean.
Tired? When I say tired, it means when you, for example, you work all day, you have too much work. At the end of the day, you are tired, cansado. You are tired. Okay?
Okay.
So when I
Tired.
ask you, are you tired? Yes or no?
Yes, I am. I do.
Okay, you are tired. You are. Okay, guys. So, in the previous section, in the previous lesson on Tuesday, we were studying a verb which is a modal verb, must. I'm going to share my screen a little in order for you to remember something, because all of you were not in that session, but it doesn't matter, no? It doesn't matter. Don't worry if you weren't in that lesson. Okay, we started to study the verb must. That's a modal verb, and we said that the cases, the situation where we use that verb are the following. When we are talking about an obligation or a duty, when we think and we suppose or we deduce something, when we emphasize necessity, when we are going to say strong recommendation, or when we think or assume something positively, okay? And remember that in Spanish, this verb, the verb must, is a modal verb, and its meaning is deber, ¿no? Es el verbo deber. Lo consideramos siempre como una obligación, ¿no? El deber hacer algo, ¿no? And we say that this must verb, we have to use it without to, no? We don't say, I must to go. No, I must go. I must work. I'm going to write here in order for all of you have a general context about the verb, no? So must is the verb deber, and we use it in a simple way when we say, for example, I must go to the doctor. When I say I must go to the doctor, yo debo, ¿cierto? Es un deber, es una obligación. I must go to the doctor. And for instance, I must, everybody must go to the dentist twice a year. For instance, we have these two examples about how to use the modal verb must, no? Must. I must go to the doctor. Everybody must go to the dentist twice a year. So must, verbo deber, we use must and a verb, must go, must take, must drink, must walk, must work. We don't use must to. No, that's not correct. We have to use must and the verb, must go. And for instance, when we are talking about the third person, he or she, we don't add s. We must no. Or we don't add s or es to the verb goes. No, because it's third person. No. When we are using the modal verb, we use the simple form of the verb go. Here, everybody must go to the dentist twice a year. So everybody, you Kiara, you, Jimmy, you, Raul, all of us, everybody must go to the dentist twice a year. When we say twice, it means 2 times, no? Twice means 2 times. So we have to go to the dentist 2 times a year. Okay, so that's how we use the modal verb. And remember that the negative form is very easy. For instance, when we are going to say something that you must not do, no? You must not, or you mustn't. You can use must not, the full form, the complete form, or you can use the abbreviation, the contraction, no? You mustn't, no? You mustn't. You must not, or you mustn't. And that's the negative form, no? For instance, you mustn't work on Sundays, for instance. You mustn't work on Sundays, okay? You mustn't. Usted no debe trabajar los domingos. You must. And finally, the questions. You can use this verb, the verb must, and all the modal verbs in order to make questions in an easy way. You only have to change the order. So you must, in a question, must you, and that's all. For instance, must you drink water every day? That's a question. And you only have to change the order, no? In affirmative form, you say you must. In negative form, you say must you. Must you drink water every day? Usted debe beber agua todos los días. Must you drink water every day? So we have here the affirmative sentences, the negative sentence, and the interrogative or the questions, okay? That's how we use the modal verb must, very easy. Now I'm going to stop sharing my presentation and I'm going to give you some places, okay? Listen to me, I'm going to give you some places. For instance, the first place I'm going to give you is the library, okay? I'm going to share my screen again in order to explain clearly what we are going to do. I'm going to give you a place. The first one, the first place is in a library, okay? So you are going to think about what things you must do in a library and what things you must not do in a library. No? For instance, you must be quiet in a library. You must be quiet in a library. What does it mean? You must not speak. You must not talk in a library. Is it clear for you guys? Did you understand? Did you get him? Did you get it? Yes or no?
Yes, teacher, I get
Okay.
it.
And you are going to think about some things you mustn't do in a library, no? For instance, you mustn't speak. That's like the contrary, no? In this case, you must be quiet in a library, the positive way, and you can use a negative in order to say that something you mustn't do in that place, in the place I give you. You mustn't speak. Huh? For instance, you mustn't chew gum. You mustn't chew gum, no? In a library, okay? So let's start, guys. All of you, each one of you is going to tell me one thing you must do in a library and one thing you mustn't do in a library, okay? We're going to start with women first, or ladies first. In English, when we say las mujeres primero, we say ladies first, no? Ladies first, las mujeres primero, ladies first. Okay, so we're going to start with our women, the women we have here. And we have 2 women, Kiara and Carolina. So Kiara, tell me, what must you do in a library?
What people must do in a library is okay in a phrase. Everyone must return the books again to the library after
Okay.
finishing.
Okay, everybody must return the books. Okay, I don't know, but some time ago, we went to a library and we asked for a book, and we can take the book to our houses, and after 2 or 3 days we can return the book. I don't know if it is possible now because the change have changed a lot, no? The time or the things have changed a lot. Okay, good, Kiara. And one thing you too, Kiara, one thing you mustn't do in the library. Tell us one thing you mustn't do in the library.
One thing you mustn't do in a library is you mustn't bother other people who is
Okay,
writing in the library.
okay, you mustn't bother. You mustn't disturb other people, no? You mustn't bother or you mustn't disturb other people in a library because everybody must be quiet, everybody must be reading, must be working, no? Working. And you can or you must not disturb or you must not bother other people. Good. Now, Carolina, tell us one thing you must do in a library and one thing you mustn't do in a library.
I mustn't eat food.
Okay,
Um,
good.
I must listen on silent. I must silent.
Okay.
Um,
Okay, Carolina says you mustn't,
you must
you mustn't eat, no? In a library, that's correct. You mustn't drink, you mustn't eat in a library, that's correct. And the other one, you must be silent, okay? You must be silent, okay?
Okay.
When we say must be silent or must be quiet, for instance, I'm going to share my screen in order for you to see clearly. You must be quiet. Usted debe estarse callado, ¿no? Or you must be silent, ¿no? Remember that you need the verb. In this case, estar callado, estar en silencio, you must be silent, okay? Good, Carolina. Now, Raul, please tell us one thing you must do in a library, one thing you mustn't do in a library.
Teacher, I must in the library learn different books.
Okay. And one thing you mustn't do.
Sorry, teacher, please, communication is difficult.
Remember, it's
repeat.
one thing you must do in the library and one thing you mustn't do in the library.
I do know the mass in the library is play videojuegos.
Okay, video games.
Video games.
Okay, so you must learn. Okay, said Raul, you must learn. Okay, good. And you mustn't play video games, no? In the library, you mustn't play video games. You must be reading, or you must read. Okay, Jimmy, one thing you must do in the library and one thing you mustn't do in the library. Jimmy, I am not listening to you. I don't know. Are you there? Let me see. I suppose you're there, but I can't hear you. Okay, let's go with Jorge Andres. Jorge Andres, one thing you must do and one thing you mustn't do in a library. Jorge Andres,
Teacher,
tell us.
I must take care the books.
Very good. I must take care of the books.
I mustn't shout inside.
Shout.
Shout.
Okay, I'm going to write here. Okay, the first one is a good one. Take care of. No? This is a very common phrasal verb in English, take care of. You can take care of children, take care of people, take care of things, take care of dogs, take care of animals, no? Cuidar de, take care of, no? For instance, I must take care of books. Yo debo cuidar los libros, no? I must take care of books. So, this phrasal verb, take care of, is cuidar, tener cuidado de algo, cuidar de algo, de alguien, ¿no? For instance, you can say, I take care of my father. I take care of my children. And the other one, I don't know if I don't know if I'm right. You say, you mustn't shout like this.
Shout.
Yes. Okay, good. So you can speak in the library, but you mustn't shout, no? You mustn't shout. You mustn't speak loudly. That's a good one. Okay, I don't know if no, Jimmy's not there. Okay, let's continue. We are going to change our place, the place where we are talking about. And I'm going to give you a second one. Now, in a hospital, we are going to start with Raul. What happened in a hospital? What things you must do and what things you mustn't do in a hospital, Raul?
For the teacher in the hospital, I must silent for respect people.
Okay, I must be or you must be silent. No, remember, we have to use the verb, in this case, the verb to be silent. Okay, good. And you mustn't do what you mustn't do in a hospital.
I mustn't eat lunch, eat the breakfast.
Okay, I mustn't eat in the hospital. That's good. I mustn't eat in the hospital. I mustn't eat your lunch or my lunch in the hospital. And taking into account that, for instance, if you are visiting a sick a sick person, you mustn't eat there, no? But there is a special place, the cafeteria in a hospital, where you can eat. But if you are visiting a sick friend, you mustn't eat in the bedroom, no? In the rooms. Okay, now, Carolina, tell us one thing you must do in a hospital and one thing you mustn't do in a hospital.
I mustn't be patient.
Oh my God, your little brother is talking.
I mustn't shout.
Shout, okay, good. You mustn't shout. That's good. Another one, another two sentences. Kiara, one thing you must do and one thing you mustn't do in the hospital.
One thing I must do in a hospital is washing my hands after visiting before visiting someone.
Okay, that's
And
a good one. You must wash your hands, no? Use your
yes,
wash your hands before and after you visit a friend, a, a relative, no? You must wash your hands. Good.
and
What
something
else?
I mustn't do in a hospital is smoking. We must not smoke in the hospital.
Okay, you mustn't smoke in the hospital. Yes. To smoke in a hospital is not permitted, no? It's not allowed, no? It's forbidden, no? It's forbidden to smoke in a hospital. Okay, good. Jorge Andres, one thing you must do in a hospital and one thing you mustn't do in a hospital.
Right. I must respect the doctors, the nurse, the all people.
Okay, respect. That's very good. You must respect people. And one thing you mustn't do.
I mustn't, for example, I mustn't enter the restricted areas.
Okay, good. You mustn't enter into restricted areas, no? In a hospital, in a library, in a factory, in a mall, there are some restricted areas where you mustn't enter, no? You mustn't enter to those places. So you have to respect those places because you mustn't enter there. Good. Okay, we're going to change and I'm not going to give you any other site or any other place. Now I'm going to ask you to think about some things you must do. And the first one, this is the first one thing you are going to focus. Going to share my screen. And this one. You are going to think about 3 things people must do every day. 3 things people must do every day, okay? 3 things. I don't know. Maybe you are going to think about food. You must take your lunch. You must eat. I don't know. You can think about exercise. You must do exercise. I don't know. You're going to think about 3 things and you're going to tell me, each one of you is going to tell me 3 things everybody must do every day. Okay? We're going to start with Jorge Andres. Jorge Andres, tell me 3 things people must do every day.
3 things. The first may be take a shower.
Okay, good. Take a shower. People must take a shower every day. On here. Okay, let's continue. Let's continue, Jorge Andres.
Do the
What else? What other things you must do every day?
drink a lot of water.
Okay, drink a lot of water. And what else?
Sleep.
Sleep. Okay, it's very important. If you don't sleep, you are going to get sick, no? If you don't sleep enough hours every day, you are going to get sleep. And here, I'm going to take advantage of this one, take a shower, and I'm going to ask you, Raul, share with us something about this activity, take a shower. Do Australian people take a shower every day?
Yes, yes. Every day in Australia, people in the anything to two, those, today, two,
Two times or
two
twice.
times. Okay, sí, two times in the day, in the morning and the night.
Okay, you can say, remember that in order to say two times, that's not very common. It's more common to say twice, ¿no? Para decir dos veces, podemos decirlo two times, but it's not so common. The most common way to say that is twice. Okay, so in
two
Australia,
times.
people take a shower, take two times
Two
or
times.
twice a shower. Okay.
Mm,
I was asking that question because we know that European people, French, Italian, German people, they don't take a shower every day, no? Here in Colombia, it's very common and everybody take a shower every day. But people
in
from Europe,
Australia,
not.
sorry, teacher, in
Yes.
Australia, service the water is good, no is no is cheaper, no is cheaper.
Okay.
Sorry, it's cheaper, no is expensive.
Okay, and that's a reason, no? That's a reason. That's okay. There are some cultural reasons to do that, no? Our culture here in Colombia, our culture is to take a shower every day, but the culture in Europe is not like this, no? They don't usually take a shower every day. They can have a shower each 2 or 3 days. And they use a lot of perfume, no? A lot of perfume. That's why in French people, or in France, the country, people use eau de toilette, ¿no? Los perfumes, las lociones que nosotros usamos, ustedes ven que hay eau de toilette, que es el agua de baño, ¿no? Ellos se bañan, es literalmente con perfume, ¿no? No se bañan tomándose un duchazo, ¿no? And when European people come here, sometimes they start smelling bad, no? And in some universities there are European teachers and they have problems with those smells, no? But it's something cultural. It's very cultural. And when people go to Europe, for instance, they have to take the underground or the subway. The smell is not so good. But look at this, in Australia, it's very common to take one shower or 2 showers a day.
Yes.
It's different.
Yeah.
And the reason Raul said was right. The water service is cheap in Australia, but in some European countries, the water service is not cheap, it's expensive. They have to pay a lot of money for water service. They have a lot of money, they have to pay a lot of money for it, for having TV. They have in some European countries, it's a little different. Okay, now, Carolina, you tell me 3 things people must do every day.
People must brush the teeth.
Okay, brush the teeth, good. What else?
People must eat well.
Eat well, okay. And the final one?
People must do exercise.
Okay, people must do exercise. Okay, that's 3 activities people must do every day. Now I'm going to change and I'm going to give you another thing for Kiara and Jorge Andres. Kiara and Jorge Andres, you are going to think about 3 things, listen to me, people mustn't do when they are driving. Look at this. You're going to think about 3 things. You're going to say 3 things people mustn't do when they are driving. Okay, let's start with Jorge Andres.
You mustn't turn without the signal, or turn left, turn right without the
Okay.
signal.
Okay, you mustn't turn left or right, no? Remember that when we are driving, we turn left or turn right. But Jorge Andres said
Without
you
the
mustn't
signal.
turn left without, no?
Without.
No? Without the signal. Okay. Another thing you mustn't do when you're driving, Jorge Andres.
You mustn't go very fast.
Go very fast. You mustn't go very fast. Okay.
According to the signal, no?
Yes, yes. According to the speed,
According to the speed.
according to the speed signals, no? To the speed signals. There are some
According to the
speed
speed
signals that you can watch, you can see, and these signals let you know if you can drive fast or slow, no? Okay,
Yes.
and another one, Jorge Andres.
Another one, you mustn't you mustn't go without the security cinturón, no sé cómo se dice.
Ah,
I
okay.
don't know.
Seatbelt.
Seatbelt.
Seatbelt. You mustn't drive without the seat belt. This is the seat belt. In English, there are some words like this, which is made of 2 words, no? It's one word
Yes.
made of 2 different words. Belt es el cinturón, y seat es la silla, no? El asiento, when we say seat. So when we say seat belt, es el cinturón de seguridad, no? Okay, good. And Kiara, tell us 3 things people mustn't do when they are driving.
Okay, the first one is something we must not do in while we are driving a car is we must not use our cell phone while we are driving.
Okay, that's a good one. You mustn't use the cell phone when you are driving. Good.
You must
What
not
else?
get distracted or unfocused if you
Okay.
are driving.
Okay, we're going to say like something like this. Be focused. You mustn't be focused on driving.
But you mustn't you have to be focused.
Okay. Okay.
You mustn't be distracted, is it right? Or unfocused?
Yes. Distracted like this. Distracted. Oh my gosh.
Unfocused is right?
Yes. It's good too. You can say like this or like that. You mustn't be distracted, no? And the last one.
You must not drive if you are drunk.
You mustn't
Drive if you're drunk. If you
okay. Okay. We can see you mustn't drink, for example, you mustn't drink alcohol, you can say. You mustn't drink alcohol when you are driving, or you mustn't drive, like you said, if you are drunk, no? If you are drunk, you mustn't drive. That's a good one, no? If you are drunk, if you have drank alcohol, you mustn't drive. Okay, that's a good one. Okay, and we are going to do another one. I'm going to give you another situation in order for you to think about some activities you must or you mustn't do. And the last one is this. It's a good one. It's very interesting for us because we are doing that process. Okay, so what or think about three things you must do when you want to learn or you want to learn a second language. Three things you must do when you want to learn a second language. When you want to learn English like you, tell us three things you must do. I don't know, maybe every day. Three things you must do every day, maybe. But you are going to give, or you are going to think about three activities you must do in order to learn a second language like English. Okay, Carolina, you first.
I must listen every day.
Okay, listen. Yes. You must listen to podcasts, to music, to all kind of
Listen.
things every day. What else?
Yes. I must study vocabulary every
Okay, you
day.
must study vocabulary every day in order to learn a second language. And the last one?
I must try speak every
Okay,
day.
try to speak. Okay,
Try to speak.
you must try to speak every day. Okay, in order to improve your speaking, you must try to speak. In order to improve your listening, you must try or you must listen to English stuff every day. Okay, good. Raúl, tell us three things that you must do when or if you want to learn a second language, like English in our case, in our situation. What must we do? Raúl, hello, man. Okay, I don't know. Maybe he can speak now. Jorge Andres, your turn. Three things you must do when you want to learn a second language.
Three things. Write
Right.
a lot of for understand the grammar.
Okay. You must write. Yes, that's a good one. It's very simple. If you want to improve your writing, you must write. You have to or you must write in order to improve your writing competence. What else, Jorge?
You say the listen. Podcasts, movies.
Yes. And the final one, what other thing you must do when you want to learn a second language?
Read.
Read. That's a good one. And here we have something which is related, no? When we read, we learn vocabulary, no? That's a very useful way to improve or to widen our vocabulary is to read. When you read, you are learning vocabulary, you are learning grammar, no? Grammar, you are learning grammar when you are reading. Because you know, you understand some expression, you know how to make sentences reading. Okay, that's a good exercise. And Kiara, for you, what things you must do or everybody must do when they want to learn a second language like English?
Got it, teacher. If you want to learn a second language, we must talk with ourselves daily. The second one is trust in the process and in yourself. And the third one is don't be afraid.
I didn't understand the verb in the
The
second
second
one.
one is trust in yourself.
No.
In the process. In the
Trust.
process of learning
Like
a
this?
language. Yes, teacher.
Okay. Okay. Trust in yourself. Okay.
And the third one is don't be afraid. You must not feel afraid of making mistakes.
Okay. Be afraid of making mistakes. Oh, mistakes like this. Okay, you want to talk? Okay, that's a really good one. You must talk. You must talk. You must try to talk, to speak. So, in this kind of sessions of meetings, you must try to speak in English, and you must try to say sentences, different kind of sentences, and long sentences. Now it's important to say long sentence. Maybe you know how to make a sentence like, I must study. Yes, that's right. That's a good one. But you have to focus, to try to emphasize, to try to do your best and make some longer sentences, no? Longer sentences, no? Because you can make, you can say longer sentences. Okay, the second one, trust in yourself. Yes, sometimes we don't trust in ourselves. We don't trust in ourselves, and we are very afraid of speaking. We are very afraid of speaking, and that's not good. That's not good, because we don't have to be shy. We have to speak, to try to speak as much as you can, to try to speak. Maybe we make mistakes. Okay, it doesn't matter. Don't worry about that, because everybody makes mistakes when they are learning a language. It's not so easy. It's not so easy to learn a second language. So we are going to make mistakes, but we have to try to speak as much as we can, to try to do our best when we are speaking. And sometimes it's not so easy to try to say 2, 3, 4 sentences in a row. When I say in a row, o sea, seguidas, no? In a row. It's not easy to say 3, 4 sentences in a row. We sometimes say only one sentence and no more. No, we have to try to speak more, to join sentences, to link sentences, and say more and more and more and more, no? It's very common to use the same verbs, the same words in order to speak, but we have to try to widen our vocabulary, to say something different. For instance, when we are going to make sentence in the exercise for today, I told you, okay, you are going to make sentences with the verb must. And you say, okay, must play. Play is a very common verb. So we have to use other verbs, other verbs. You must take care of, okay, that's a good one. You must trust in yourself, that's a good one, because we are using different verbs. For instance, this one, trust, no? Trust in. When we say trust in you, confiar en alguien, no? Trust in you. And you have to trust in yourself, dicen que confiar en ustedes mismos, no? Be afraid, no? For instance, be afraid of. Tener miedo de algo, no? I'm afraid of making mistakes, and that's quite normal. But we have to try to use other vocabulary, to expand, to widen our vocabulary when we are speaking. It's not so easy, but we have to try to do it, okay? Okay, guys, so we finished today. I hope you have understood the topic, the must, remember, this is a duty, an obligation. That's something you must do because it's a rule, because it's something you must do in a place, or because it's your opinion that you must do something to live, something to do something in a good way. You must do that. So that's a duty or an obligation. And it's a very common verb, and we have to try to use it too much. Okay, so guys, that's all for tonight. We are going to see you next Tuesday at 11 a.m. if you can, or if you can't, we'll see you next Thursday at 7 p.m. So that's all for tonight. Bye-bye and have a good night. Sweet dreams, guys.
Thank you,
Good
teacher.
night,
Have a
teacher.
good night.
Thank you.
Thank you, teacher.